Reading Challenge, Day 1, Business Vocabulary Focus. Thank you for joining Vibing with Vocab. This is the beginning of a 7-day reading challenge that will greatly benefit you if you do stick to the challenge and read one story each day. Each story will have a different vocabulary focus, and it will give you the opportunity to be able to recognize words, possibly more, pronounce those words, and understand their definition and context. So let's get started, and let's hope you make it through the whole story. The Turnaround Plan. James Martin sat in the dimly lit office, staring at the financial statements that spelled disaster for Westfield Manufacturing. The once thriving company, known for its precision tools, was now on the brink of collapse. As the newly appointed CEO, James had one goal: execute a turnaround plan that would save the company and its employees. Westfield Manufacturing had returned to its rightful place as an industry leader, and James knew the real work was just beginning. He leaned back in his chair, mentally reviewing the situation. Westfield's biggest problem was scalability. The company's systems and processes were built for small operations, but as demand grew, inefficiencies had multiplied. James knew that without addressing this, all the strategic planning in the world wouldn't matter. The next morning, James met with his core team. First up was Maria, the CFO. "We need a clear focus on our return on investment for every dollar spent," she began. "No more fluff projects. We prioritize high-impact initiatives, starting with upgrading our manufacturing tech for scalability." James nodded, agreed, but let's not forget risk management. This upgrade comes with volatility, supply chain delays, market reactions, and potential downtime. He turned to Alan, the COO. "We'll need contingency plans." Alan smirked. "Already on it. I've mapped out a timeline with buffers to handle unexpected disruptions." The team's optimism was interrupted by a tense shareholder meeting later that week. Many were frustrated, and some demanded immediate action. A hedge fund representative floated the idea of short-selling their stock, which sent ripples of fear through the room. "We're not here to dismantle Westfield," James said firmly. "We're here to save it, and that starts with trust in our turnaround strategy." He laid out the plan in clear terms, emphasizing sustainability. "We'll modernize operations in a way that balances profit with environmental responsibility. This isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving long term." As James navigated the chaos, an opportunity arose: a tender offer from a competitor, Titan Tools. They wanted to acquire Westfield's core assets. The offer was tempting, but James saw through their strategy. Titan wasn't interested in a partnership. They wanted to strip the company of its value chain and eliminate competition. "We're rejecting the tender," James told the board. "Our value lies in our people, our innovation, and our potential. Selling out now would be short-sighted." With the decision made, James doubled down. He secured underwriting from a major bank to fund the technological upgrades. He also streamlined the value chain, cutting out inefficiencies while reinforcing Westfield's reputation for quality. Months passed, and progress was slow but steady. By the end of the fiscal year, Westfield showed signs of recovery. Revenues were up, and even the most skeptical shareholders began to see the vision. As James reflected on the journey, he realized it wasn't just about saving a company. It was about building something that could withstand volatility, adapt to change, and prioritize long-term sustainability. The turnaround wasn't just financial, it was cultural. Westfield Manufacturing had returned to its rightful place as an industry leader, and James knew the real work was just beginning. Okay, congratulations. You made it to the end of the text. I do hope you'll join me for a Day 2 challenge story tomorrow. And please remember to subscribe and like if you are getting helpful information from the channel Vibing with Vocab. Hope to read with you tomorrow.